Hello everyone. This will be the shortcomings video for the mobile neural assessment project. This project is currently still an ongoing project. There's still several parts that needs to be worked on. Right now, we're gonna mention the few that we believe are the most important one based on the work that we did during this semester. So first of all, essentially, the project it had two separate Flutter applications, one that contained all the games and the other one that contained the studies and surveys. So one of the first things that we did during the semester was to merge this project, so all of the games are listed within one of the specific Flutter project, the Chorus Flutter. And one of the first enhancements or one of the first shortcomings that we had during the semester that we couldn't add all the games that are currently being developed. And so that will be the first thing that we need to add. Some of the games that we were not able to include are the picture test game, the target game, and also one that we were able to implement, but it was not still not fully functioning, which is the motor shape game. Also, we would like to the other thing that we need to work on, or that should be working on future semesters, is to make sure that the game properly runs on an actual device. So during while using an emulator, we didn't encounter any issues, but when trying to connect it with an actual device, we're having some difficulties connecting with the backend, which led the user to get stuck at specific sections. So that's one of the highly important enhancements that definitely needs to be worked on. And then I mentioned one of the games that was developed, a motor function game. That one essentially it partially works. It's kind of like you have to trace the shape of a figure while moving the device. So the application detects the movement of the device by using the sensors located in there. Unfortunately, the scaling of the movement is a bit off, so the whole movement is actually not catched for the sensors properly. So that's one of the games that needs to be improved so it properly works. Then ideally the results of the games they need to be sent to the REST API. At the moment, the only thing that we're sending are the results of the sensors, but the actual games itself are not being sent. So that's I would say the other big enhancement that should be worked on. And when we start talking more specific in the games, one of the games that we saw a clear enhancement was the memory game. Essentially, when you start opening the memory game, you will see that you flip the cards and you'll see the position of some of them. The big issue that we have here is that for whatever reason they say that you cancel or you submit the form. When you go back into the game, you will notice how the position of these cards doesn't change. So of course, the whole idea of this is a memory game to help assess the memory of the patient at the moment. So if we're keeping the same position, then of course it beats the purpose of the game. So that's one of the big enhancements that we will say that we notice in the games that we were able to implement as part of what we were to implement during the semester.
And
And I
so,
believe,
oh,
yes,
sorry,
go ahead.
but to improve upon this, we also have the app in a state that is currently supposed to be only for developers to see. So, we have the sensors available for viewing and some functions here that we can have to test. It is important that we add a feature that makes this toggleable so that the current application can be used and seen as from the user's perspective and not just the developers when activated. And so, as Kevin was saying, we need to improve the memory test game, the motor function with the sensors, and a few quality of life improvements in there as well. Thank you.